What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel where we talk about how to build credit, how to establish relationships with banks and financial institutions, and most importantly, how to get you access to high limit credit funding. If that's something you like to listen to, we welcome you to subscribe. Otherwise, you can support our channel if you just like, share, or comment right down below. It helps our content get up to a wider audience, and we greatly appreciate the support. So for today's video, I have another credit union review. This time around, it's Allegacy Federal Credit Union. Now, Allegacy Federal Credit Union is based out of the North Carolina area. They're headquartered in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and their membership is geared more so to their local area. However, there are ways to get in if you aren't local, if you don't have any family members, or you aren't a part of one of the employer groups that they have listed on their website. There are maybe about 50 or so member associations that you can join. One of the easier ones is the Center for Smart Financial Choices, which is a nonprofit that has classes on money management and financial literacy. So that's one of the ways to get in if you're perhaps out of state or you aren't local to the area or no other affiliation. So I'll post a link in the description so you can definitely check that out. Now, Allegacy Federal has a variety of different personal and business credit products. So on the business side, they have a business credit card, business loans, business lines of credit, commercial real estate financing, as well as other business banking needs. However, as a lot of you know, a lot of the smaller credit unions that only serve like smaller areas, they're not really going to be open in terms of businesses nationwide. But you can. There's ways around that. I've spoke about that in various other videos, but it's a little bit more paperwork involved. You'd have to register with that Secretary of State through like a foreign entity registration, and then you can get access to any of the credit unions or local institutions within that state. That's just another way to expose your business to more business banking services and products. So for this review, I'm going to focus more on their personal products. Their best product, in my opinion, is probably going to be their lifestyle loan. So their lifestyle loan starts, it requires a minimum of a 680 credit score. And the difference between the lifestyle loan and the rest of their credit cards and credit products is that it's an instant decision. So like I said, you need a minimum of 680. There's no collateral required, and it's an instant decision. Whereas their other products, credit cards and lines of credit and loans, will have to go through a traditional underwriter review. So that's one of the advantages. They also offer a technology loan. So up to $25 can be applied to the purchase of a new laptop or any essential technology devices. So that's another one to consider. They also offer recreational vehicle loans, so boats, RVs, motorcycles, things like that. So they'll finance up to 80% for like the recreational vehicles, boats, RVs, etc. For motorcycles, they'll finance up to 90% of the sales price. So that's another thing to consider. They also offer car loans as well. And they also do have shared secured loans and certificate loans as well. In terms of their other loan products, they do offer a line of credit up to 35,000 and a loan up to 25, personal loan up to 25,000. Now, it's interesting because there is a stipulation on the term loan that goes up to 25,000. So on their website, they specify that for any loan amounts over $10,000, the amount cannot exceed either 50% of your net worth or 85% of your total liquid assets, whichever one is lower. So they'll figure out, okay, what's your net worth? What's 50% of your net worth? What is 85% of your liquid assets? They'll take the lower of the two and then set that as the threshold for your loan amount, your term loan amount. Now that stipulation doesn't go for the line of credit. The line of credit doesn't have the same stipulation, but the line of credit actually goes higher than the term loan, 35,000 for the line of credit versus 25,000. So it wouldn't really make logical sense to go for a term loan over the line of credit in this particular situation, because you could always just draw down the same amount or more when you use the line of credit, and the line of credit isn't going to have to abide by that additional stipulation. And I'm not quite sure why they have it like that. Perhaps, it may be something to do with debt to income, because when you take out a term loan, whatever the monthly payment is, that's going to be tacked on to your debt to income. But with a line of credit, it isn't necessarily affecting your DTI until you draw down on that amount. And as you repay that amount, your DTI will then be reduced. But with a loan, since the DTI is only calculating the monthly payment, the monthly payment is going to be fixed throughout the duration of that loan. So your DTI is essentially going to be the same, if you just follow the payment schedule. But obviously, if you pay more principal down earlier, then that could change a little bit. But I found that to be pretty interesting. But they also do offer three different credit card products. So they have a secured card, which goes up to 25,000. However, they require that you put down 115% as a deposit in relation to the limit. So let's say you wanted $1,000 credit card limit. That means you would have to put down $1,150. I've usually seen as high as 110%, or like most secure cards, they'll give you dollar for dollar your deposit to your limit, but 115% seems a little bit steep. And I haven't confirmed whether or not they actually do graduate those secure cards, but that was pretty interesting. They do offer a platinum Visa card with a 0% APR for 12 months and an interest rate as low as 8.15% up to 13.15%. And then they also offer a Visa signature, which earns 1.5 points per dollar spent. And it also has a 0% APR offer for 12 months. In addition, there is a 10,000 point bonus after you spend $1,000 within the first 90 days of opening the card. So that 10,000 points is worth $100 if you redeem it for statement credit. So the one way to look at it is you spend $1,000 within 90 days, you get $100 back in the form of statement credit if you redeem it there. I'm not too familiar with what their rewards program is like, so if you're one of the people who look to maximize redeeming points, then you have to look a little bit deeper into seeing what's the best way to maximize that. But overall, they seem to be fairly decent. I know that they do pull TransUnion, and they also pull Equifax as a backup. And here's another thing as well. Allegacy does pull your TransUnion when you apply for membership. So they're kind of similar to like AOD. For those of you who are familiar with AOD FCU, they pull your Equifax immediately when you apply for membership. So in a situation like this with Allegacy Federal, you're probably going to want to be prepared to apply for a credit product right out the gate in order to maximize that inquiry, so that that inquiry doesn't go to waste just on a membership application. So that's just one thing before anyone just jumps out there and go and apply. They will pull your credit for membership, so just keep that in mind, and definitely do your research before. And if there's anyone who's joined Allegacy Federal Credit Union, definitely let us know. If you have any data points, definitely share those in the comment section right down below. So that concludes this review of Allegacy Federal Credit Union. Until next time, y'all take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.